Okay, good morning. So in last lecture, we have seen an example to create a function. Today, as I said yesterday, there are two different types. We can have two different methods to call a function, that is call by value and call by reference. Right. So we'll be seeing those two examples today, and we'll be having a general idea of how these functions can be called by using call by reference and call by function. Before that, just to get a general idea of, you can say, mainly many times we use header files, right, as stdio.h and conio.h. So these are nothing but the user inbuilt given provided by the compiler, the different functions which help you to directly interact with what business logic you're going to use again and again, right? So if you're going to use printf, scanf statements, such kind of inbuilt functions, so and so. So what does compiler do, or a provision is made in C programming language, that these functions can be used repeatedly and can be saved in a header file, right? So such kind of you can say header files will be very useful uh, while implementing a code if we directly import them or directly call them from a particular header file. So similar kind of functionalities, having functionalities, can be saved in a separate category or might be made as an can say compartmentalized in a specific directory or a folder, and later on, as and when needed, we can include it in our program. Rather than writing the code for it, we can just directly call that function, right? So let's see an introduction regarding these. Basically, we have used these two as stdio.h and conio.h, right? So this is standard input output header file, right? So .h represents the header file. This you might have been covered in your first two modules, right? So it has all the library functions regarding the basic or the standard input output files. Conio will be working basically on the console input output. Suppose you are just want to see a view on your console regarding any input, regarding any output which is being directly visible on the screen. So to make an interaction with your program and the console with your source code file will be helping out by this header file, right? So similarly, we have string.h, in which we have all string related inbuilt functions, as in you have gets and puts, right? So similarly, this kind of string related functions you will be able to see in string.h. Similarly, standard library, right, as an malloc, that is memory allocation, removing the can say variables from the memory and so on. Such kind of functions, right? Functions can be available in this package. Then we have math.h, right? Basically, whatever arithmetic operations we saw might not require this package, but for a little bit complex or algorithmic problems where we might need this header file as math.h. It will contains the operations related like sqrt, to finding a square root, to find a cube root, right? If you have defined a user defined function. Otherwise, the system provides you some of the functions. If not available as per your functionality, you can prepare your own user defined functions and then use it in your program, right? So you may have these kind of functions in math.h. Now, time related, as in to see the calendar, today's date, what kind of you can say clock format you are having, the current system time, and so on, right? So time related functions will be available in time.h. This is C type, that is character. This was related to string. This is related to character. So it handles all the functions which are related to character. These are just being categorized. There are few more, right? Set JMP. This was a keyword where we used go to right? So similarly for these kind of functions, you can say for jump functions, you can have this header file. This is used very rarely because label and goto are rarely being used in C, and most of the time, as an programmer, it is advised to avoid using labels because that would you can say be irrelevant with your actual procedure of the flow of program. Then we have some more local error numbers for handling the errors, right? There are exceptions, errors in your programs. To handle those errors, we have some handling functions. Then assert regarding the hardware, right? If you have any system interaction with the hardware at that complex level, dealing with the native operating system, you might be having some diagnostics functions. Then you have standard arguments, then signal, right? If you want to pop a message to a user in terms of any signal, as in you can say a beep to be there, right? Or an as in terms as an alarm. So this type of signals can be handled by this header file by using signal.h. Right? Just to note down, these are some of the you can say library functions, and most of the time we go for using of these standard input output and console input output. Moreover, if you are going to use any string library functions for file handling programs and all, we'll be using a standard library string.h and all, right?